Hola amigos de GamerStyle, estamos aquí listos para platicar con Kiki Wolfkill en el marco del Halo World Championship 2017. Vamos a preguntarle unas cosas del torneo de eSports y por supuesto Halo Wars 2. Kiki, thanks a lot for this chance. We are very excited to do this interview. And one of the things that we always have wondered is how do you came from the world of racing cars to the game of video games?
Yeah, well, it's funny because I was racing as I was getting into video games. I grew up with car racing. My father raced, and we've been involved with motorsports as a family for a long time. So that I just sort of grew up doing. And then the first games that I started to work on were actually racing games. So it was interesting because my professional racing career was going on at the same time as I was working on some of our racing games at Microsoft. And then eventually I became the art director for all of the racing games at Microsoft and then expanded from there. Oh, well, so I would say I have a couple of both. I have always been passionate about Halo. I've always been a Halo fan. So being able to continue to expand the universe and bring it to people is amazing. But I would also say at the same time, being able to work with the talented teams that we have at 343 and to be able to watch what they create is amazing. Challenges, it's a big universe, and it's easy for us to get really focused on a lot of the details of our universe and our story. And sometimes I think that can feel hard for people who are new to Halo to come into the universe. I think one of the things I spend a lot of time thinking about is how do we bring new people into Halo, and how do we sort of have people feel comfortable that they can engage in Halo if they didn't do it 15 years ago. Well, I mean, it's funny because the Halo Championship Series is now, we're 2 years in. But with Halo 2, back in 2004, we sort of pioneered eSports on console. So it's definitely part of our DNA. And with Halo 5 and the way multiplayer was designed, we thought a lot about eSports and about getting back into eSports and bringing it back to console. And so I think the combination of Halo 5 multiplayer just being really a great foundation for professional competitive play and non-professional, as well as knowing that we had a really sort of strong content plan for Halo 5 that would go beyond launch. We knew we would always be able to give new content and all of that and feed that into the esport as well. I think it's definitely possible. Again, we kind of want to see how the community engages with the game. I personally am a huge fan of Blitz because I love that it's a little faster paced. I love card-based strategy games. So for me, that combination of strategy and action is really exciting. And, I would say initially feels like it would lend itself well to an esport, but, we'll sort of see how players react to the game overall. Yeah, well, I mean, it really is. Esports athletes are professional athletes. So I think a lot of the same sort of foundational skills, discipline and focus and teamwork and practicing, it's not just about having the skill, it's your ability to play as a team and to take on different roles in the team and be good under pressure. So, I think if you want to get into esports, practice a lot, find a great group of people to scrimmage with, put teams together, go to these events where you can walk in and play and get used to what it is to be in the competitive environment.
Kiki, thanks a lot for coming here to Mexico. Thanks for this interview. We had a great time and have a great championship.
Yeah, no, my pleasure to be here. So definitely watch this weekend. I hope you come this weekend because it'll be fun.